24 HP.
Nice.
Thank you, you're the best.
Okay, now can we go out there?
Still think
Please.
it's a bad idea.
I don't mean to sound selfish, but well, I guess I do. I feel like what if they're I don't know, what if they want what we want? I feel like why not secure what we came for first and then decide if they still need help.
If you guys want to search or leave, you can. I'm not going to leave these people.
Well, you guys can kind of hear the two Kenku squawking out there in sort of a frantic panic, and you hear the engines of the infernal vehicles sort of roar up, and you kind of peek outside of the darkness of the inner portion of the hull, and it seems as though whatever they had come here for to the fortress, Chukka and Clonk have surmised that perhaps the same as you guys have, that it might not be the best idea to try and tangle with this many rocks, and they sort of kick up a cloud of dust as their little group takes back and starts to like drive away from the fortress. As they are doing so, you can see the madcaps like firing from the weapon stations on the back of the big tormentor, and as they're flinging harpoons at the rocks kind of chase them as they all kind of flee away from the fortress.
Alright, let's try and make quick work of this as see if Thorpe can cast a spell as he casts locate object to try and find the adamantine rods.
It's what, anything in 1,000 feet?
Mm-hmm.
Does it matter if you know what it is?
Or name an object that's familiar to you. I mean, I don't know how familiar you have to be with an adamantine rod.
Spell can't locate an object. The thickness of lead, even a thin sheet, blocks a direct path between you and the object.
Well, it's concentration up to 10 minutes, so as long as he holds it and they continue to move, he'll eventually be able to find a path if he sees it.
Yeah, for sure. Let me see. There is a... Oh, I understand why this is not the correct... Okay, you sense that the 9 infernal rods are all together somewhere above you in the upper portion of the wrecked vessel.
Okay. Full motion for Sylvie to follow him as he sprouts his wings and starts to fly up along the side of the vessel to see if he can't determine which floor it's on.
Okay. You fly the full 80 feet up to where the vessel is sort of split in half. You see more sparks raining down from gashes in the ceiling of what used to be the bridge here. Much of it is sort of open to the sky. As far as you can tell, it seems as though the room has been picked clean, though you see rows of stripped-down consoles and a few dangling chains. You feel as though the rods are somewhere on this level of the ship. So it would be kind of on the visible part of the map up here. This is like 80 feet up from the ground.
Okay. Yeah.
If you can't fly, you would have to sort of climb up the internal guts of the ship to get to the top.
I'll start trying to get closer and closer to it.
Yes, you feel Mavathor, it's off in this direction.
Okay. I'll motion for Sylvie that they're in this direction.
What are you two gonna do down there? Just wait?
What do you think they're doing, Lip?
I don't know. I'm just. I just. Why are we always leaving these people behind? I don't know. I thought we were supposed to be the good guys. Isn't that what good people do? They stay and they help.
Well, for better or for worse, I feel a lot of us are bound in one way or another to this mission. I feel if we fail this mission, I don't see how we would be able to help anybody else. I just think this should be our priority until it's done.
Well, I'm not saying we don't do the mission, but we could have helped those people. Mad Maggie did us an amazing favor. Didn't we at least try to return?
I don't know. I feel last time we went on a different path. And I admit I helped lead us down that path as well. I think it almost led to our deaths.
What happened anyways? Why did you do that?
I promised Sylvie I would help her find her sister. And this goes way back when. And we had an opportunity to do so, and we seized upon that. Making a decision for the group.
But then we ended up in the material plane. How does that help Sylvie get her sister?
Well, I panicked and thought we were gonna die, okay?
But what happened?
I don't know, we were in that fight. I panicked. I saw Sylvie down, I saw all these beasts, these dragons. I didn't see us coming out of that. I'd rather we stay alive while we can. I didn't want to take Sylvie from her sister, but what good would it be if we all ended up dead after that?
But how did we get to the material plane? I thought that was only something like devils or powerful magical, like really powerful people can do.
I asked a favor of Belle.
In exchange for
something I shouldn't have, probably. But my soul.
Your soul?
Yes.
Oh.
It doesn't matter. At this point, the deal is done. I'd rather focus on now, Lev. And getting this mission done. That is my focus. I think that should be our focus.
Well, once we do return these rods, you're coming with me back to the Feywild. Yeah. You have things that you need to answer for, and if you truly are of the mindset of prioritizing these things.
We finish this mission, and we'll see how Belle feels about that.
No, we'll finish this mission and we'll go there. Or I'll take you there screaming and crying.
So are you more... Sorry.
No, go ahead.
So are you saying you're more powerful than a devil?
I'm saying that you sold your soul to a devil, and I need you to stand trial before you end up dying. Because if a devil has your soul, they're probably going to end up killing you. I mean, that's what the Fae do. We take people's souls, and then we're like, oh, you're gonna die in an accident, and like they fall down a heap of stairs and they die, and oh, they're all eternal servants.
Well, it sounds like anybody who makes those deals either isn't thinking or knows the outcome, so it sounds like I'm no different than that. I wasn't thinking.
You're missing the point. I am here because I need you. And if you die, that fucks me over. And we made a deal. And he holds up the contract that he signed.
Mm-hmm.
You
A
know.
deal for a memory versus a deal for a soul? I don't know. I feel like one kind of trumps the other.
Smiler says, you know, when you start bargaining with too many people, things start to get pretty interesting.
What do you mean?
Fuck it. Let's make a deal.
Well, you know, you start promising pieces of yourself away to this person and that, this demon, this devil, this fae. It all starts to get a little confusing. Suddenly, you start to find out you can't really remember who you are anymore. You really start to unravel. It's hard to pull yourself back together.
Great.
Well, that's
I'm done talking about this.
Yeah.
Let's just find these rods.
So up here, Mavathor will press his ear. I assume this is a door right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll press his ear against the door to see if he hears anything on the other side.
Yeah, you can hear something manically cackling to itself.
Lovely.
Yeah.
I guess you could make an insight check, maybe.
Okay. 26.
It sounds kind of animalistic. It is not a human sound. Yeah, kind of like a hyena, maybe.
Makes me think that maybe there's some kind of gnolls in here. Weird place for him to be, but given things going on, I won't be surprised if we found anything and everything in here. I'll look to Sylvie and say, do you think we should get the others?
How many does it sound like are in there? Just one? If it's just one, we could probably take it on.
Yeah, it just sounds like a single entity.
I'll think for a moment, and then suddenly the shadows will spill off of him, and he'll say, he'll be ready. He'll test the door. I assume it has like a knob on it to open it.
The doors are... iron. But there's no knob. You actually can see a little panel on the wall next to the door. With a... Yeah, you can investigate it.
Okay. Let's see what this panel
He'll
is.
aid Sylvie. Not that she really needs it, but...
It's likely the mechanism that would open the door. It's like a push panel, almost like an elevator button.
Is there like a bunch of like digits on it that we put in a code?
No, there's just a single. It's like a square panel set into the wall next to the door, and there's just like a pad that looks like it can compress. While you are investigating it, nearby you, you hear this sort of loud clunk sound, and it's coming from just off to your left, in this open room here a bit.
Did you hear that?
Yeah. Let's try and finish this off as fast as possible. He'll think for a moment before he'll cast, I guess it. Oh, I should have fixed my spells. Oh well, never mind. You won't do anything.
Sylvie's gonna press the button.
Okay. You press the button. There's like a few sparks that kind of pop out of the top of the panel, and after a short delay, the door sort of slides open, and you guys can see inside the room there. You see crouched on a pile of humanoid bones in the corner of the room is a hunched gnoll that is gnawing on a bone while sort of in between munches is manically cackling to itself, and it's in this little nest next to another iron door. Lying on the floor near you are a pair of glass bell-shaped horns that are sort of attached to some loose wiring. They look like it looks like it was kind of ripped off or removed from a pair of tall, slender metal machines standing on the wall opposite you as you enter. The gnoll doesn't even seem to notice the two of you enter the room. It sort of flops on its back and kicks its legs up in the air and gnaws on its bone and cackles and laughs.
Kind of lean in and say, let's take this as a good sign, and hopefully if we ignore it, it ignores us.
Yeah. I'm just gonna... Don't mind me, Mr. Null. Is this like barred? Can I like open it?
Can you open the door?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's another panel on the wall.
Okay, I'm gonna do what Mavathor did the first time and listen for anything on the other side.
You don't, well, you can make a perception check. Mavathor, you do feel as though, still concentrating on locate object, that you're getting quite close to the object you are searching for, and it is just likely beyond this door here. Sylvie, you don't hear anything. As you're listening, though, from behind you, there's another sort of chunk sound off in the distance from the other room. It's kind of loud and vibrates out.
She gets kind of freaked out and she smacks the button again.
After a short delay, the door opens, and then there's another one beyond it, which kind of opens a few moments after the first. I might just remove the dynamic lighting from this map for now, because I don't think it's really necessary for what's going on. You guys down below, you can see Smiler kind of peeking out of the darkness of the hole down at the base of the ship, and you hear him kind of curse under his breath. He says, "Something's coming back," and you guys can see another big cloud of dust heading in your a direction, kind of coming from the opposite direction that the Chukka and Clonk and his crew were kind of fleeing away from.
Anything in the sky?
Nothing in the sky. It seems to be a big cloud of dust on the ground. A singular devil's ride. Quite large. The cloud of dust is sort of obscuring the rider. It's hard to tell who it is.
Are there a lot of holes around us, like ways to get in, or is it kind of like one big hole? Or...
They're kind of spaced out, but there are multiple openings in the hole near the base and all throughout.
Okay.
You can tell, like, the whole vessel has been scorched over several times by one of those big firestorms you guys avoided.
Left is gonna go to one of the holes and just wait and just ready, I guess, in action to wild shape into a giant vulture whenever the vehicle stops and the people get out.
Okay. Yeah, it's a single... The Devil's Rides are the motorcycle, so you can just see the kind of the front of it. The dust that's blowing up. Although you can tell that this particular Devil's Ride is maybe twice the size of all of the rest of them that you've seen thus far. Like the Devil's Ride that you had jumped and the ones that were kind of laying around in Maggie's Fortress, like Smilers and stuff. It's about twice the size of all the Devil's Rides you've seen in Avernus. You hear Smiler say, oh no.
Oh no.
It's bitter breath.
Who's there?
One of the 3 reasons why I'm still down here. And as he gets closer, you guys could make some perception checks. Up top, the two of you, you make your way into the through those 2 doors. Mavathor, are you heading in with Sylvie? Okay. Are you leaving your shadows out there?
Yeah, they'll hide in like corners over here.
Okay. After a few moments, as you guys pass through the double doors there, they kind of close behind you. And this room you guys enter is dark. You can see it contains a large metal console that is torn free of the wall to the right of you, and pinned between the console and the wall is a small winged devil that looks like it was crushed to death. In another corner, you see a 3-foot tall block of infernal iron. It is a safe with clawed feet and a 3-dial mechanism built into the thick door. Each dial bears numerals written in infernal. So it's like a tall, dark iron safe with these clawed legs that are clutching the floor, and sort of in the panel of the front of the safe there are 3 dials with numbers written infernal around the dials.
Well, good thing we both know infernal.
Yeah, I mean the dials are in the infernal on the dials is just numbers essentially. They're numbers like 1 through 12. So they're like almost like padlocks.
Alright. Sylvie is gonna put her ear up to the safe and start messing with the padlock.
Nice.
I will cast
Wait for the
guidance.
clicks.
Interesting. Okay. As you press your ear to the safe, you start to turn the first dial around. I guess because this is like sort of a listening thing, maybe it's going to be a perception check. You know, you do you start to turn the dial, and there are these very textile clicks with every turn. It's like click, 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 and as you're kind of listening, they all seem to make the same sort of crisp, really solid sort of clicking sound with each dial you turn. None of them really stands out to you as you click it around.
Opposite approach this time with the shatter affected.
You can make an insight check.
Okay.
Down below, as you guys are watching this vehicle approach you all, as it gets closer, Lep, with your Eladrin eyes, you can kind of see through the dust cloud a bit as it gets closer and closer to the fortress. And what you see is they sort of remind you of some devils you've fought before, but it doesn't appear to have any wings. You see this large horned devil riding the bike that's coming your way. That's got heavy plates of armor on its shoulders and one of its wrists. You can see a big, long sort of pole-like weapon on his back. You can see smoke coming up out of his mouth, just like wisps of dark smoke coming up out of his mouth as he is coming closer and closer, and he's got like infernal runes. They're either scars or tattoos, it's hard to tell, but kind of etched into his body, down his chest and his arms and his legs. This is what you guys see riding the bike on the back of it.
Ooh. Yeah, Lep is like keeping his eyes trained on this guy is coming towards them, and he like whispers to Smiler, "Do we gotta kill him?"
Smiler says, I mean, it's him or me.
Okay, be ready for an ambush.
He's still probably maybe 100 yards away.
Yeah, but Lep is just like hiding, just waiting until.
But he's coming in quick. Yeah.
Do I overhear you guys say that?
Yeah, you're there.
Okay, just. Should we try to scare him off?
No. You want to deal with the problems? We'll deal with the problems.
Hey, fair enough.
Sylvie, of what you know of Infernal Iron, Infernal Iron are the chains that bind El Terrell currently. It's a very durable material. Shatter would likely not have much effect on it.
Okay. Well, I don't think Shatter's gonna work on this.
Yeah.
Any other ideas, Mavthor?
I can try finding an answer. But,
Oh, yeah, that could probably work too.
Pause for a moment to cast divination. And I'll ask what the combination to this safe is.
You can still sort of hear the muffled cackling of the gnoll in the other room, and after you use divination to seek the answer for this combination here, in Infernal, there are these like hiccups between the cackles, and you hear the gnoll hiccup out the numbers 666.
Perk his eyebrow up and say, "Oh, that's a little too on the nose."
It is on the nose.
He'll say to Sylvie, "Try 666."
Okay, 666.
You turn all the dials, Sylvie, to 666, and as a last dial falls into place, you can hear the locking mechanism sort of shift of the safe, and the door becomes a little loose.
Sick. She opens it.
You can see inside the safe there are 9 adamantine rods. You can see that the rods do have like infernal engravings on them, and they are numbered 1 through 9. You can read the infernal, and so you can see that etched on the rods, they say Solar Insidiator Lock. As Bitter Breath closes the distance to the fortress, he kind of rips in and stops his devil's ride about 30 feet away from the hole, and swings his leg over the bike and flops the kickstand down, and he pulls his long-bladed weapon off of his back, and he raises his head up in the air, and you can see him sniffing the air. Tendrils of black smoke are just pluming out of the sides of his mouth as he's sniffing around, and then he starts to kind of lumber towards the base of the hole.
As he's sniffing, I should have clarified this first. Hold on. Is he? Is he within? No, he's not within 30 feet. I don't think. Okay. I mean, he's kind of close to the 30 feet. I guess once he's within 30 feet, I want to try to cast Druidcraft without him hopefully seeing, and try to interrupt that smell with the sensory effect of just a high, I was gonna say skunk, but I'll just do sulfur, just like a potent sulfur smell as soon as he's within 30 feet. So that does anything.
Yeah, why don't you guys make stealth checks with advantage?
Are they still being the +10 from my pass without trace, or did that already end?
How long does pass without trace last? 10 minutes?
Oh, let me check.
Oh, up to an hour. Never mind.
Up to an
So
hour.
it should be still up, I think. I would assume.
You cast it when you guys got here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you're fine. It's still there. I'd say they've been gone for maybe... Because they're kind of taking their time a little bit, like being careful with the doors and stuff. Maybe they've been gone 10, 15 minutes.
Okay, so we all get a +10 and stuff.
Nice.
So 28. What does Smiler get?
Oh yeah, Smiler.
What about Twig? What about Twig?
Oh my gosh, wait.
Smiler gets a 26.
Ooh.
Bitter breath sort of disappears from your guys' sight, but you can hear him sort of just making some sound. You can hear him kind of like scraping his blade against the hull of the ship, and you can hear him sort of making some noise. You make this sulfurous smell, Crayley, as you feel him sort of getting closer to you guys. And Smiler says, come on, let's get the jump on him while he's distracted.
Okay. Lep is gonna wild shape into a giant vulture and like zoom out of the hole in the direction of the demon devil bitter smell.
Okay. You see, Smiler reach into one of the pouches in his cloak, and he pulls out a little vial of clear liquid that he pops off and drinks, and right before he disappears, he winks at you, Lep. And what would you like to do, Crayley? Essentially, the three of you are about to have a surprise round on Bitter Breath before.
Okay. Crayley will draw his sword, Flame Tongue, activate it, and then style rabbit hop down to try to get as close as possible to him.
I think you have enough movement to get next to him.
Yeah, I'll do that, and I'll still use a rabbit hop with the style.
Okay, yeah, for sure. You emerge from the hole and take a few steps, and then bound over, landing beside him. You see suddenly Smiler appear out of invisibility just kind of beside you as he swings his sword into... as he tries to drive his sword into the devil's back. Lep?
Yes. I'm pretty sure Vulture has a fly speed of 60.
Uh-huh.
So he just comes out the hole zooming and makes a multi-attack against this guy.
Nice. Yeah, Smiler does the same. He attacks twice. You see him do two quick stabs in the devil's back. Bitter Breath's his back sort of arches as Smiler's sword stabs into him, but he makes no sound whatsoever. He turns and a cloud of smoke kind of blows out of his mouth as Smiler sticks his sword for a second time into the devil, and he kind of whips around with his long blade in his between his hands to kind of face towards you guys. Krayley, you can make your attacks as well.
Yeah, that's an 8 and a 17. Use a +4.
To hit. Both attacks miss, Vulture.
All right.
Did you want to make your attacks, Krayley? Can you hear us?
What was that?
Did you want to attack?
Yes. I'll do my normal attack for...
Is my volume low? Can you guys not hear me very well?
I can hear you.
Yeah, I can
think
hear
it's
you.
just me, yeah. We had a big storm today. I think it's affecting things.
Oh, okay, no worries.
Okay, yes, I will attack. So 2 attacks with Flame Tongue.
All right. Why don't the...
Oh, sorry, shouldn't be with advantage or disadvantage.
both of those miss. As you turn, a Smiler stabs him twice, and he turns. He kind of brings his long weapon up in front of him, and there's like sparks that fly as your sword kind of slams into his weapon. Your flame tongue that's now kind of emanating with a bright red glow as the color of the blade has changed. Lep, as you kind of claw down, trying to swipe at him with your claws, they both miss as now his attention is on the 3 of you. Why don't you guys now select your tokens and roll your initiative?
Right.
The 2 of you have uncovered the infernal rods. As you're gathering them, what do you do with them? Bag of holding, or who has that?
Yeah.
Put them in my bag.
Put them in your bag. There's another. I would say that they're probably like 4 feet long, maybe.
Oh, yeah, no, we put them in the bag of holding.
That's a bit much.
Yeah.
I thought maybe they were a little bit
I don't know if you guys have caught any of the Fallout episodes yet, but you'd have to
So
have
Only the first episode.
you'd have to have one of those big squire bags to carry the rods, probably. Yeah, no spoilers. Sorry.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
You turn back. You hear another loud vibrational sort of ka-chunk. You guys are on the top of the fortress. Since the fortress is kind of like tilted, you guys are at the lowest part of the slant, so you're both kind of at a lean. It's at a 20-degree angle, so like the floor is kind of like this. And so you kind of got to turn back and grab onto the wall, and you slap the panel, and the doors slide open again. Your shadows are still out there waiting for you. I don't know if necessarily you would...
No, your mic is getting cut out.
Mine is?
Yeah.
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 Now you're good.
Oh, okay. I think I was jostling it around a bunch. So I've had...
Yeah, no, it keeps cutting out. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Oh, does it? Here, hold on. I think it was trying to connect to something else.
Yeah, now we can hear you.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
If you have some kind of audio suppression on, that might also be, if you're getting too close to your mic, that might be doing it too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like if you have audio suppression on and you make too loud of a noise, I'll cut it out.
Ah, gotcha. I don't know if I have suppression on. You guys up there get the other doors open. What would you guys like to do after retrieving the rods?
Well, you head back down, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, make some perception checks for me.
Damn.
As you make your way out, sort of at the tail end of your divination spell there, Mavathor, even though you didn't ask, the cackling knoll there, as you guys pass by, spits out, "Death is here!" and goes back to cackling.
Oh, okay.
That's slightly disturbing. Let's get out of here.
And why don't the two of you roll some initiative for me?
Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
Nice. Did Smiley roll?
Oh no, I didn't get him. I'm gonna have to get like a window block for now that the sun's back. It's like right there.
No.
Yeah, I feel.
I got blackout curtains.
Yeah, I gotta
So
get
nice.
some. My apartment's in a basement, so I have like a window in my. I'm halfway underground, so I have like a window in my bedroom and then a window below my desk. But it's just like this thin stripe of window, and it's at the perfect. The sun is in the perfect position that it's just right there.
Oh.
And I just stared into it for like 12 seconds.
No.
Oh no.
Smiler makes a couple more attacks. Actually, he kind of turns his sword around and puts both hands on the hilt and just drives it into the devil, who sort of kind of like raises his arms up in sort of a combination of anger and of pain, and then Smiler makes another quick slash across the devil's chest, and 35. And Lep, you're up.
Okay. Now, since Vulture Lep kind of like flew over to this guy, would you say that he was like above him right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, a giant vulture is a large creature, and this devil is large, right?
The devil is large, yeah.
Okay, Lep is gonna do something a little silly. I'm gonna see how good it works. He's gonna try and, I guess, like, grapple this guy.
Yeah.
Try and hold on to him where he can't get off.
What's your strength in this form?
15. Giant.
Okay. Yeah, you can try and grapple him.
Alright, I get a +2 to this, so that'll be fun.
I would say make an attack roll. Make an attack roll.
Oh, okay.
Or I guess you could make a contested ability check as well. I'll let you choose which one you'd rather do.
Maybe contested, that might be a little bit better.
Okay.
What check? Like, just strength?
Strength, yeah.
Okay.
You have to beat a 19.
So that's actually 12, and then 12 plus 2 is not 19.
So you go to sort of try and grapple the devil here. You are flapping above his head, and you try to kind of grab onto his horns, with your clawed feet, and he just like wrenches his the thick muscles of his neck, and the power of it just pulls it out of your feet, and you can feel the strength. Oops, shit. Can you guys still hear me? Okay. Yeah, there is something weird going on with my mic. Sorry, and you don't manage to grapple. So that would be an action, I think. Now I can't hear Xander. It's gonna be audio difficulty Wednesday. Can one of you other guys say something? Oh, maybe it's me. Shit. Now I have the problems. Alright, hold on. Can one of you guys say something?
Hello.
Okay, there we go.
Yay!
Alright, sorry. Action to grapple, which fails.
That is okay. That is my turn.
I need to stop touching whatever's going on over here. Sylvie, you're up.
Okay, alright. I don't know if this will work, but could Sylvie cunning action dash and then just free fall onto the thing, dagger first?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Nice.
I have a question. Are we aware of the situation going on down there?
I would say that you're aware that there is a situation going on down there,
Gotcha,
but not
okay.
necessarily what it might be. So you could dash to the edge and see what's happening down there below, Sylvie, and then decide to leap off of the edge there. It is 80 feet, but you do have wings, so...
Yeah. I'm gonna go head first. My dagger out.
Are you gonna fall onto Lep, or are you gonna fall onto the? Because Lep is above him.
Well,
That'd be funny as hell.
Okay. I'm gonna use the Moth Shadow Stiletto. And I get sneak on this, right? Since he's surrounded.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Alright. 20.
You leap off of the edge of the ship and free fall to 80 feet. You give your wings a couple of little flaps just before ground, and you drive your dagger into the devil here. And then your feet sort of gently touch the ground. 20 damage.
And I bow.
Would you like to make an offhand attack?
Oh, I thought I used my cunning action dash.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's my bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're good.
Right. The devil focuses on Smiler and slashes him twice with his long-bladed weapon, and then whips his tail around. All three of the attacks, 28, hitting Smiler. You see where the tail kind of whips Smiler. The wound sort of opens and instantly begins to fester. And Krayley, you're up.
Be reaching here a little bit. Krayley's gonna rabbit hop up to 20 feet. I'm gonna go 15 feet behind him. And I'm going to not directly attack him. I'm just gonna place Flame Tongue kind of on his shoulder, and say, "You dare interrupt Belle's mission?" And then use my action to... I don't know if this is gonna work. Druidcraft again. Directly next to his ears, the sound of an anvil hitting, or a hammer hitting an anvil. I don't know if that would count as like an instantaneous, harmless sensory effect. Because I know it's like falling leaves or a small animal, but that's what I want to try.
You hear you hear a voice in your head, Krayley. It's kind of like a vicious whisper, and it says, "I wish not to interfere with Lord Bell, but this one must die." And he points at Smiler with his weapon.
I am willing to action search for this.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna do this. I will take the sword off of his shoulder and say, "This one has a deal with Bell. Stand down."
You can make an intimidation check with advantage.
Okay. I don't think my intimidation's very high. Here. Oof.
17.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Ooh, imagine if that was just straight.
Oh,
He just laughs in your face at that point.
yeah.
Okay. You'll have to wait to see what happens on his turn. Mavathor.
Sounds good.
Alright, he's going to use his action to... I guess the shadows can just kind of grab onto him, so he'll use his action to dash to here. And then he'll drop off and use his fly speed to slow his descent to here. And since he has a bonus action, actually he'll hold off on his bonus action for now, as the shadows will swarm this guy. And I'll start attacking him. Those three probably miss, but does an 18 hit?
18 does.
Alright. So he takes 17 necrotic damage, and his strength score is reduced by 6.
Let's go.
Smiler bleeds from his infernal wound, and then attacks a couple times. And Lep, you're up.
Lep is gonna once again try and grapple this thing.
Okay. Strength check. How many strength did you say he lost, Mavathor? Sorry.
6.
6 strength? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 4 plus 4, so 8.
Okay.
I doubt that's
Yeah, you're even with a -3 to his strength roll here, he still rolled a 17.
yeah. That don't work. That is 10.
Sylvie?
Okay, Sylvie's gonna do her, double-handed attack. So we're gonna do my stiletto. It's a 27 to hit.
Yep, that's good.
And then a thing with her offhand, and that's a 12 to hit.
12 misses, unfortunately.
Okay, yeah, I figured. That's 17 damage.
Okay, 17. You give a quick stab, and you hear that little whispered voice in your mind, Carly, say, give Lord Bell Bitter Breath's best regards. You travel with poor company. And, this is far from over. And, black smoke begins to sort of billow out of the creature's mouth, kind of enveloping him. And you guys, if you're next to Bitter Breath here, you could make a opportunity attack with disadvantage.
Ooh.
Alright.
Okay.
I won't, just because of
Sure.
the conversation we had.
Ah.
8 doesn't fit.
21, 20 something, and another 20 something.
Yeah, you can roll damage for those.
Okay, so 10.
Or, sorry. Yeah, what's the damage?
Oh, yeah, let me just add up. So it's 10, not that one, 10. Um, 9, so 29 points of necrotic damage.
And what's the strength?
Strength score drops by 8.
Whoa. Kind of like an octopus shooting out ink. This billowing cloud of black smoke is like heavy and thick, and it begins to just sort of roll out in a big mushroom cloud kind of around all of you, and you can feel the devil, move away through the smoke, and the engine of the Devil's Ride roars up and begins to rumble away from you all.
Like the motorcycle is just moving by itself? Well, he's on the motorcycle.
No, he gets on it. And you can hear Smiler yelling through the smoke, come back here, you coward! And as the smoke begins to sort of like clear away, as the hot wind of Avernus is blowing, past you all and the fortress, quickly it kind of blows away the smoke, and you can see Smilers kind of run maybe 50 feet after, but at this point there's just a cloud of dust kicked up behind Bitter Breath as he takes off on his vehicle.
Could Lep try and chase? I don't know. I mean, dashing is like 120 flight speed, so...
You could, yeah. What are you trying to accomplish? Let's start there.
He wants to chase the guy down and kill him.
Okay.
He don't want Skylar to die. And he's told it was either him or this guy.
Sure.
So.
You actually have the same speed as the Devil's Ride if you're dashing.
Yeah.
So you dash.
You just see this big, like, white vulture just, like, chasing after this.
You see, well, here, we'll do this. Roll a new initiative, Lep.
Okay.
You dash, following easy to follow this large devil on this massive Devil's Ride as he takes off over the landscape of Avernus in a big cloud of dust billowing out behind him, and in his wake you dash after him. He kind of peers back over his shoulder after a full round of move, and you see his head kind of turn up to see you flapping in the air above him. What would you like to do?
How far away is he from the motorcycle?
You're maybe 20 feet behind him.
Okay. He is going to fly. If there's a way he can, like, trip the motorcycle or like jab one of his claws into one of the wheels to try and, like, stop it from moving by some way, I mean, that's kind of what he's thinking.
You can try and crash your body into it and knock him prone.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
I don't know what sort of check that would be.
I would say it's a DC 15 strength check to destabilize Bitter Breath on his bike and spin him out. Just ramming him into the side of his vehicle.
Okay.
With your body.
I'm just gonna roll a d20 and you add 2 to this. Shit.
So you kind of swoop down and you shoulder into the side as he's speeding along, and you kind of feel the weight of the bike as you slam your body against it, and he kind of wobbles a little bit. What would you like to do? That'd be an action, I think.
Yeah. So he moved 20 feet. So I think he's just in front of it. I mean, he can't do anything else. So he's just gonna try and keep up with it.
Okay. As you're flying beside him after sort of ramming into the side of his bike, he swipes out at you with his weapon. How much HP do you have in your vulture form, and what's your AC?
I have 22 HP and my AC is 10.
You know what? Let's see. 150. Okay. Okay. AC is 10.
Yeah, a giant vulture has a low AC.
How much HP did you say again?
22. In
And
vulture.
his strength score has been reduced by 14 total right now.
Oh yeah, his strength is a 10, so he has no plus to his roll.
Ooh.
So
I'm sorry, guys. You have to do it.
let's see. Oh, he still has. Okay. So he hits you for 21 damage. And then he whips his tail, which is also a strength attack, and still gets you for 13 more.
Oh, yeah, he gets out of his vulture form.
So you get knocked out of your vulture form, and you kind of tumble into the dust, and Bitter Breath, he brings his devil's ride to a screeching halt, and he kind of...
Do any of us see this?
How
many feet out are we?
At this point, they're probably like 200 feet out from the base. So you can see them. You see the dust cloud settle and Lep tumble into the dust, kicked out of his bird form, and you see Bitter Breath. He brings his bike to a halt, and he swings his leg over the seat and steps down, and he's got the point of his long weapon pointed down at Lep on the ground beside him.
Can Krayley use his last blink arrow? Trying to save this arrow for something. Oof. So my longbow has a range of 600 feet, I believe, at max. So I want to shoot that blink arrow next to Lep.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
I don't know if I need to roll an attack on that, or... You could... I'm totally fine with whatever.
You could, let's see, 200 feet. DC 15. Well, you can make a attack roll and hit a 15 to hit the arrow where you want it to go, or you can make a sleight of hand check. DC 15.
I'm going with the attack. I'm not using sharpshooter on that, so... Oh, sorry. It should not be with advantage, so it'd be a 13.
So you knock the arrow and you let it loose, and it sort of arcs in their direction, and it lands maybe 30 feet short of where you want it to, so you're still 30 feet away.
I will... That's my action. I will move up next to Lep and stand in front of him.
Well, you have 2 attacks when you make the attack action, so if you wanted to make a second attack, you could.
I don't want to. I don't want to.
Okay. You move next to Lep.
Yep. Just standing there. T-posing.
All right. What is your AC in Lep form? 17?
It's 17, yes.
Okay.
And he currently has 42 health.
Bitter Breath, he kind of twirls his long weapon in his hand and then slams it down. The blade just like strikes right beside your head. And then he kind of lifts it up and slams it down again, and you kind of just move your head out of the way from a second blow, and then he whips his tail, and you feel this twinge of pain in your side as his tail pierces into you. Make a Constitution saving throw for me.
All right.
Okay, you take 12 piercing damage, and you are not infernally wounded. And I guess, Krayley, you can add yourself to the turn order here.
Okay. Roll that.
Lep, go ahead.
Okay, Left looks at this creature. Does he think it is a shape changer? Or it has the ability to shape change?
You can make an insight check, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know if Lep really knows too much intrinsically about devils, you know?
Not really. I think it's like maybe he read stuff. But...
Yeah. I think what you've learned from being in Avernus is that devils, at the very least, implore a plethora of tactic in deceiving their prey, and anything's possible down here.
Oh, love. He's gonna do it. He's gonna cast polymorph on him. Try and see if it works.
Let's see. What's the wisdom save?
Yeah, 17.
He rolls a 20.
Oh. Well, he still has his movement, so can he get up?
You can get up. It'll provoke an opportunity attack.
Yeah, he'll do it. He'll do it. He has 30 HP. He can't do that in one swipe.
You sort of roll to one side and push yourself up, and you hear his blade strike the ground once more. And Krayley, go ahead.
Are we near the river Styx or any lava or volcanoes or anything? General
approaching the damaged ship here. For the most part around it, it was just barren Avernian wasteland. Yeah.
Okay.
You were fairly close to the river Styx back at the Sybaris, but you guys have kind of moved away from that area.
Okay.
You hear the whispering voice in your mind, Krayley. I tried to leave. Now it's on you.
And I'll say to them directly, out loud.
I guess if
I take their actions. Oh,
go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. I take their actions into my hands There was some confusion, and I'll reach a hand out to Lep, see if he takes it.
Confusion?
Well,
Rayleigh, are you making more deals? I am done with you.
take
This
my
thing
fucking
will
hand, Lep.
die. No. He slaps it away.
You other two could, if you want to, add your tokens to the turn order. I kind of, once the bike stopped, you see Smiler has already started dashing towards them, you know? So if you guys wanted to start, like, moving in their direction, you could do so. I didn't mean to leave you out, because you can still see them, you know, and they've stopped moving, so.
Would you consider it an action to try and take Lep's hand?
I mean, you can try and grab Lep. Yeah,
Well,
It would be contested.
yeah.
it would be contested. Well, because it's slightly willing the action I wanted to do, so if he's not willing, it's not going to work. So I would, if it was an action to try to attempt that, I would stop right now.
Yeah, unless it's like part of an attack, grappling something is an action.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then that's my turn.
All right. Bitter breath. Starts swinging his weapon around, and he whips his tail, all of them missing. That his strength has been significantly reduced. Let's see here. Lep, go ahead.
Lep is going to hold on to his staff and cast Entangle. It is a 20-foot square, so he's gonna try and aim it to like where it only affects like the bike and the devil.
Okay.
That succeed a strength saving throw of 17. He's just like, die, you fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, that'll fail. You sort of entangle weeds and you also restrain bitter breath in place there.
Good. That's his turn. Oh, wait, it's a bonus action to drink a potion, right?
Yeah.
Lep is gonna drink the mystery potion.
Mystery potion. Love to see it. Roll a d20.
Come on, do something good. I mean, hey, natural 20, that sounds good. He's just like, I hope this gives me the power to kill this fucking piece of shit.
Sylvie, go ahead. Are you running in their direction?
Yeah.
Okay. You can dash. The two of you are 200 feet away, so you can close to 140. Smiler is a bit ahead of you guys, so he's about 100 now. You can hear him sort of shouting, "Don't let him escape!" As your vines unfurl up around the bike and the creature. You get this rush through your body there, Lep. You feel for a few brief moments like you're somewhere back in a comfortable Feywild glade. And you now have advantage on all saving throws and resistance to radiant damage.
Oh, fun.
For We'll call it 24 hours.
Cool.
Crayley, go ahead. The devil is restrained.
Okay, Crayley will reach his hand out to the devil.
Yeah. And?
Say out loud. We had a deal, and I stick by that deal. Take my hand. Let's see if he takes it.
Lep is giving you death glare.
Well, maybe deal is loose, but
The devil says, I made no deals with you. Why should I trust you? I already told you I'd leave, and one of your companions chased me down just after. You betrayed me once already.
and I'll say it again. They're confused. I'm
not
here to complete a
confused.
mission for Bell. Ignore them. You chose to leave. Take my hand.
What is your intention? He's going to insight check you.
Use Thunderstep to take him 90 feet away. In the opposite, not opposite, but further the direction he's headed.
And this is in order to help him?
Yeah. Unfortunately. To get him to safety.
He takes your hand.
I Thunderstep 90 feet in the direction he was headed. Anybody within... Ooh.
It would just be Lep.
Okay. Lep, you need to make a DC 14 Constitution saving throw, please.
It's alright, I get advantage.
Okay.
13!
You fail, so it's going to be... Okay, 3d10 thunder damage.
If this was 30, he'd... Oh.
15 thunder damage.
15 HP.
Okay.
The two of you, in a blast of energy, thunderstep 90 feet away. You hear the voice in your head say, "Who are you?"
And I'll say out loud.
Bitter breath can only use telepathy, so
Oh, okay. Sorry.
he's been cursed to never speak.
Okay. And I'll just say... Someone who made a poor deal, who wants to see his companions live, is bound by Bell. And you, in an hour of distress, in an hour of us accomplishing our mission for Bell, chose to leave. Despite my companion, who you wanted dead and he wanted you dead, I need to achieve my goal for myself in my companions. I don't think you deserve to die after agreeing to leave. That's all I'll say.
The creature says, I'm sorry to hear that. He, begins to, spill more black smoke out of his mouth, and he says, "It seems as though you're cursed as I am. And, as the black smoke begins to, sort of continue to pour out of his mouth, he says, "Good luck with your eternal servitude." And, his whole body's sort of obscured now. You can barely see, like, the glyphs, the infernal glyphs on his body are kind of glowing a little bit in the smoke. What would you like? Anything else that you'd like to do?
I'll just say as he kind of turns into an ethereal smoke. Smiler is with me. Do not cross my path again. And that's all I'll say.
He says, well, I don't think Smiler's going to be very forgiving that you set me free. And, there's like a gust of hot wind, and, when it blows the black smoke away, Bitter Breath is gone. You hear, go ahead, Lep.
Oh, no, I was just gonna say Lep is pissed.
Rightfully so.
Okay, well, it's your turn, Lep. We are not out of combat.
Lep is going to run 40 feet towards Krayley. He is going to cast Entangle on Krayley.
Oh, shit.
They have to make a DC 17 strength saving throw.
Okay.
Oh, strength, sorry.
Strength saving throw.
No, strength check.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, I read it wrong.
Nope. My bad.
No, it's a strength save.
Yeah, okay. I think I have it right.
It is?
Wait a
Yeah.
Yeah, wait a second. I was like,
When a creature in the area is in the when he's cast a spell, it must succeed on a strength saving throw or be restrained.
It says thing? Oh, it does. Oh, I'm tired. That's
me
fine.
too.
It was going to phase step 30 feet. So it's gonna be within 10 feet of you. Or is he gonna be within 10 feet of you? 40, 30, 70.
Yeah, I traveled 90 feet wherever.
Does
We left
Lep
off.
end up within 10 feet of Krayley? I don't know math.
Me too.
Your movement speed is 40, right?
Yes.
Then if you dash, you can, because
I thought
he
it was,
he thunderstepped.
reduced by
He's single.
5. It was reduced.
Oh,
by
yeah,
5
reduced
because
by
he was
5.
Poorly
Yeah.
put back
Yeah.
together.
Yeah, your one of your legs is a little shorter than the other.
Oh, yeah.
Or they're both shorter than they used to be, one or the
I
other.
forgot about that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
35 plus 30, so that'd be 65. Okay.
Well,
I
your
got
a
it.
dash is a double, so your move is 70, and Crazy Thunder
Well,
Step.
he already used his action
Mm-hmm.
to cast Entangle.
Oh. I would have teleported 90 feet with Thunderstep, so.
Yeah, 90 feet with
Yeah.
Thunder Step. Yeah.
Oh, he would only be 65 feet closer. Okay. In that case, he doesn't actually face death. He just runs, casts a spell.
I will say, Krayley is not, like, running back after.
Yeah. But Lep is just running towards you,
Okay.
equally. But that's his turn.
Mavathor and Sylvie, do you guys continue to go?
Sylvie does, but instead she's running after left, and
It's all the same direction.
yeah, and she's yelling, "Guys, stop! What are you doing?"
Mavathor, how about you?
Arthur is just kind of confused as to like what is going on, like why Krayley helps this this one specific devil that was probably gonna kill us. Yeah, he's just not sure. He'll, get closer, but he'll stay near where the bike is.
Okay. As the hot winds pick up a bit and blow the black cloud of smoke away, Smiler flicks out his glider, and the wind sort of lifts him off the ground, and he glides towards you guys, and Mavathor and Sylvie, since they since Krayley Thunderstep 90 feet, I guess you guys would still now be about 180 feet away. Maybe 160. Smiler gets carried, and he's now also about 90 feet away from Krayley and Lep. You hear, as he's gliding towards you, Smiler, as he's being carried on the wind, you begin to see his, like, skin and hair and cloak all begin to change color as he turns, his skin turns sort of a soft amber hue, and he begins to sprout these bright red leaves, and he's shouting down as he glides closer, "You're going to fucking pay for this, rabbit." And he's been carrying it on his waist the whole time, but instead of drawing his normal sword, he draws Stolas's old blade, and black flame kind of ignites up from the hilt to the tip of the blade, and it's kind of wicking off in the wind as he glides towards you guys. Krayley?
Can I hold the action? It's not an action, it's a bonus action. I'm gonna hold the bonus. Can I hold a bonus action? I don't know. I'm gonna do that. Of my last rabbit hop. As soon as he comes within range, I'm gonna rabbit hop. So.
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay. My turn.
Lep?
Lep is going to. Well, he moved 35 feet the first time, so he's.
Oh,
moving
I guess.
another-
Oh, did you pass this? Oh, yeah, you're not restrained, so yeah, you're good. You're 65 feet away, I think, still, Lep.
Okay, so he moves another 35. So what? That's 30. He's 30 feet away currently. If my math, 65 minus 35.
Yep, yeah, 30 feet away.
Okay. And he is going to face step this time. He's going to actually do it. And as he does, he hasn't actually done this first, but there is an effect. Now, I know he technically is autumn, but would you let him use the winter one where it's like a frightening thing?
Ooh.
Maybe like his whole skin just like flashes like this white ice sort of look as he like teleports 30 feet to Krayley.
I mean, technically, I don't really know what season you're.
He's currently in autumn, but if you would let him do winter for this, I don't know the actual rules of it. I've never done the legend.
Krayley's good with it.
Well,
I don't know how it works, but I'm good with it.
let me pull up your sheet real quick.
Okay.
I noticed they changed seasons or change seasons based on emotions.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Then if there's no like, action economy that gets involved with changing your season, then you're fine.
Yeah, he runs 35 feet, he teleports 30 feet, and he does that with face step, so clearly he has to succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be frightened of him. And I'm assuming it's just going to be 17, like his spell saves. I don't see an actual.
The DC is 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus your wisdom modifier.
8
so
plus.
it probably ends up being your same as your spell saving throw. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, so 17. Okay.
Yeah, I will do that. Krayley also has Indomitable.
Oh, I think you pass either way.
Yeah, you rolled a 17.
Okay.
You face step just before Krayley there. As you move closer, you face step, and in that transition, the teleport, the distance before you're like sort of face to face with Krayley there, you change seasons. When you reappear, what does Lep look like in his winter season?
Ooh.
Well, before he was full of color and this like very nice warm sort of look, but in winter his skin you can see is much paler. His body you can see is much more tight. His clothes and the colors are much dim. He looks
Krayley, you look
kind
up
of like
and suddenly you
dead
feel like
in a
you're
way.
face to face with Dolos for a brief moment.
And I don't know, at that point, if that's truly what I feel, I choose to fail then. I choose to fail that saving throw.
Okay, sure.
If I have a feeling of Dolos.
Yeah, there's this
coming at
flash
me.
of, you see Lep coming towards you, and as he face steps, he reappears in just right in front of you, and he's changed into this winter season that the Eladrin kind of changed based on their emotions, and there's this brief moment where it feels like Dolos is standing there in front of you.
In the moment, I feel a sense of sadness and coldness. I give up at that point if I feel Dolos' energy in front of me.
Sylvie, are you still holding your action for Smiler?
Huh?
Me?
Yeah, Krayley.
Who?
You said Sylvie.
Oh, sorry. Are you still holding your action?
Wait, I
Wait.
was connected. Wait, I'm confused.
Oh no, sorry, Krayley. Are you still holding your action for Smiler? For
Okay.
Smiler.
No.
Okay.
If the energy of Dolos appears in front of me, I am not holding anything.
Okay, go ahead, Sylvie. You're about 160 feet away now.
Oh god, okay. I guess I'm gonna keep dashing, and she's gonna use her wings now too.
Sure, yeah, okay. Now you're 100. Mavathor, are you just you've stopped and are watching with your shadows?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Smiler,
Yeah.
as he glides, he kind of drifts down and he lets go of his glider, and he kind of falls down in between the two of you, sort of, and he does the same thing. As he's falling, he face steps and appears right beside you, and there's this blaze of heat coming off of his body. So you take 7 fire damage, which is probably halved for you. But then he swings the light blade at you a couple times.
And I know it doesn't actually matter, but when he drops down to attack me, can Crayley acknowledge that he sees him doing it? Like he knows that this is gonna happen. He's gonna hit him. He's gonna attack him.
I mean, it's not exactly a secret.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know. I just like his like recognition, like eye contact, I guess is what I'm getting.
Sure, yeah. You look into Smiler's exaggeratedly large eyes. They're sort of, the pupils have turned to this like bright. They look like little blazing suns there in the center of his of the big whites of his eyes, and with his 2 attacks, you take a total of. You take 17 piercing damage, which is magical, and 14 necrotic damage as well.
Gotta do the math real quick.
So 31 total.
Okay.
And as he kind of lands on you and cuts you twice with the light blade, he says, "Can't believe you helped him escape!" And he's just blazing with this flaming anger. Crayley?
I'm not going to attack or anything. I will just say,
You feel
yeah.
I mean, getting killed is would constitute a failure of your mission. You feel a compulsion to defend yourself.
Yeah.
Against Smiler at the very least.
Yeah. Fair enough. I will, in that case, feeling this urge to complete the mission, I will spit towards Smiler's direction. We're here to complete the fucking mission. And then I'll thunderstep 90 feet. The opposite direction we've been coming.
Okay.
I think that's my last thunderstep, so...
If it's 15 or more damage, Lep is gonna go down.
I'm gonna do it.
Do it.
DC 14 Constitution saving throw for everybody within.
It's just Smiler. It's just Smiler and Lep.
3.
Con. Smiler rolls a 6.
Fails.
Lep rolls a 12.
Nice, you succeed. So 21 thunder damage to those who failed, and 10.
The 12 succeeds?
No, it's a 14, right?
Yeah, that was a 14.
Oh, did I misread it? Sorry. No, you're right. I
Okay,
Yeah.
Lep goes
DC
down.
14. Sorry, I misread it. Okay.
It's all good.
You're unconscious.
Yeah.
This is bad.
You other two see Crayley Thunder step away, and in another blast of energy, you see Lep fall down.
Full 90 feet.
Lep, make a death save.
Alright. Yeah, he's pissed off at Krayley, but it's not. It's more out of care for Smiler than it is out of anger. So that's why he's with Winter. And a death save. 8.
Sylvie, Krayley thundersteps and is now about 10 feet in front of you.
I'm gonna go to left.
You can just keep flying in Lep's direction?
Am I close enough to him to where I could send a healing word his way?
If you cunning action dashed, you'd be 40 feet away from Lep.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna
So-
cunning action dash.
Okay.
Isn't that a bonus?
Or wait,
Or you
And
could
it's
just
healing
you could just
bonus?
you could just
Dash.
action dash.
action
Yeah,
dash.
yes,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
what I'll do. Because
Yeah.
healing word's a bonus action. Okay. I'm gonna give him a level 3.
Ooh.
So you get 17 hit points.
Ooh, nice.
Awesome.
Plus an extra. Oh yeah, you already have yours rolled
Yeah,
in there.
I added it in there.
17 hit points you heal for. You wake up on the ground, Lep. You see Smiler has his back to you. You know, his cloak is just full of these vibrant red leaves now. You can see this dark blade in one hand as the hot wind is blowing his cloak back behind him. Mavathor, you're just kind of watching still. Your
Slightly entertained.
traveling companions bounce around the map here.
Yeah.
Sometimes chaos will sort itself out. Smiler.
In hand.
They could use a couple days here. Maybe that'll sort the chaos out.
Let's see. How can Smiler really fuck with you?
Yes, do it.
Is Lep able to say something to Smiler
Sure.
before he does what Lep, he's still on the ground, right? So he's weakly looking to Smiler and saying, Smiler, if you want him to suffer, I will make him suffer. Let me give him to the Fae. Let me make him their slave.
Smiler
Hate
Like-
that.
twists his head back to look down at you, and he says, "You don't know anything about suffering." And he runs in the direction of Krayley. As he does so, he kind of raises his hand up in the air, and he begins to make these arcane gestures, and he begins casting a spell.
He casts Meteor Swarm centered on Krayley.
No,
Excuse me?
what you see though is sort of around you. The terrain begins to change. And kind of like when Smiler first appeared and you met him and he made sort of a elven glade kind of spring up around you, something similar sort of happens, but it begins to change the landscape of Avernus around you, and it starts to look like Sow's Foot, but it's all burned out. You turn to one side and you see like a husk of your home there. Why don't you make an insight check? Make an insight check for me.
Oh,
Oh, fuck. Okay.
You can tell that this is an illusion. But I'll let you decide how you feel about it. You're uncertain why Smiler would even know, this about you, but he makes the area around look like sort of a burned out husk of Sal's foot, and your like childhood home is there, like all like it's just black and ash and burned out. And you can see it all, but you know that it's an illusion. Let's see. He also moves in your direction. He's about 60 feet away from you. Krayley, you're up.
Okay. Well, I had a plan. And then... what the fuck does he know about Sal's foot? Krayley will... throw... Krayley will throw both the bow and flame tongue to the ground. And not in a hastened fashion, but an angry, slow, brooding, kind of fist clenched walk towards Smiler, ready to say something as soon as he comes within earshot.
Okay. I mean, you could... 60 feet was in earshot. You could shout something at him if you wanted.
Okay. Seeing that I have no weapons, I look in his direction and say, I came down here, Smiler, to save my friends, to save the people of Sal's Foot. You've been down here how fucking long? How the fuck are you casting an image of Sal's Foot? That's where I grew up. That's where I was raised. Where family died. Where I made decisions to save my friends for an extreme cost. How the fuck do you know what that looks like? And I stare at him as I say that. Sorry, that was probably extreme.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
As the two of you are kind of coming towards each other, he says, "It really seems like none of you have really been listening to me. I told you when I first met you that I earned the name Smiler the Defiler."
Can I respond?
Sure.
Yet when we met you, and when I met you, I didn't sense Smiler the Defiler. I sensed somebody who, maybe wanted to escape, but I sensed somebody who wanted to help us, and I'll raise my fists, ready to attack.
Help you.
Fluffy fist.
Yeah, I threw my weapons down. I am ready.
He says, help. That's funny. I wanted to use you, That's
Okay,
all.
can I say something else?
Yeah, go ahead. He says, "That's all anyone does down here. You're learning.
Uh-huh.
You've learned that the hard way. You innocent
have.
little rabbit."
And I took us back to the material plane. Isn't that better than where you were? Why come back, Smiler?
Because I still have names I need to cross off of my list, and now you're right at the top of it. And he just keeps moving towards you.
Okay, my fists are raised, ready for an attack.
Lep, go ahead.
Okay, how far away is Smiler from Lep?
Well, he cast a spell, so he can't dash, and so he's 30 feet away from you.
Okay, how far away is Krayley from Lep? I know he was moving to
Krayley's 90 feet, but he came 30 feet towards, so they're 60 feet apart from each other.
Okay. Okay. So Lep is on the ground, so getting up, that's not an action, but he just loses half of his movement, right?
Well, you don't lose any of your movement because we changed it to provoking an opportunity attack instead of losing your movement.
Okay. So he's going to run towards them for 35 feet. And I'm trying to do mental math. It's so hard. So Smiler is wait. How far away is Smiler from that?
30. He's 30 from you. Yeah.
Okay, and Krayley is 60 from Lep.
90 from Lep.
Yeah.
90 from Lep. So he didn't move forward. He didn't move towards.
Oh, sorry, 60 from Lep.
Because he. Okay. I'm trying to get math. 35.
Well, hold on.
I'm good with that. 60. So that. What are you doing?
Oh. I just need to make sure this is right before I try and do what I'm going to do.
Yeah, it's kind of janky, but we'll call it 60. We'll call it 60.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Lep runs 35 feet in that direction. He probably ends up like close to Smiler, but he face steps to where he is right in front of Krayley. And I don't know if Krayley's so frightened of him or not, but even so, he's gonna hold out that contract that he made with Krayley and say, "We're gonna make a new one. You're going to give me what I want, and you will pay." You will.
Krayley, I think that you know there aren't many. You know that Lep is so far below Bell that any deal you make with him would be meaningless. That's what you know.
Okay.
What you do with that information is up to you.
Okay.
And Lep wouldn't know that either. You know, so.
Okay, that's fair. So I'm assuming I wait till my turn to make that decision?
Well, I don't know. I don't know what he's offering you.
Lep is gonna hold out this contract and say, "We're gonna make some changes. You're going to give me those memories, that power." And he looks towards your weapons. And in return, I won't let you die. Right now. And like a quill appears right next to his contract. Do we have a deal?
What memories are you asking for?
The memories from the Flame Sun and his mother's bow.
Oh, gotcha.
So an extension.
It's basically he's trying to change the contract. He's like, this one will become void if you sign this one. And this one is much simpler. You give him those memories from those weapons, and he promises to not let Smiler kill you in this moment.
So out of character.
Yeah.
Out of character, I will say. So the original agreement was you would get the memories from the bow, right?
Yes, and in exchange he would help you and help Sylvie and Mabathor and Smiler.
Yes.
But this is going to be a new contract that would basically make the other one void.
And you're saying in the moment you would still get the memories from the bow, but you would also get the memories from Flame Tongue. And in exchange, I wouldn't die. Is essentially the end of that. Like, it doesn't extend the contract to everybody else.
No, it is solely just you.
I guess. So out of character, I am inclined to sign it, but I have a question for the DM, I guess. Do you think I'm in fear of Smiler? Of killing me?
Oh, he's going to kill you.
Okay. Okay, fair. Fair.
But what you also know is that Lep can't promise you anything right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So at this point, I really don't give a shit about the requirements he has for his deal. And I'll slightly say something like that. Like in I guess in a panicked mode, seeing Smiler come towards him, and now Lep appearing directly next to him. You think I give a shit about this, Lep? I'm trying to help us. I was trying to save us, Lep. Just as I was when I made that deal with Belle. And you know what? This deal means nothing to me. We still need to take these. And I'll say this with kind of like with a tear in my eye. Like, we still need to finish this deal for Belle, and then I'll sign the deal. So.
You gonna sign it?
Yeah. Yep. I'll sign it.
DM, what did that do?
Nothing.
If you don't want to decide now, that's fine.
No, I know what happens. Your little contract bursts into flames and turns to ash and gets blown away on the wind.
That looks towards Curly. Looks towards where the contract once was. He says, "Well, I guess your fate has been sealed, my blind knight." And would you say that whole conversation was like his action?
I mean, we're kind of flowing in and out, you know.
Okay, so then as his action, he's going to cast Entangle again. And I think as he does, he's holding onto his staff, and you see like I don't know, like has like hag-ish features about him as he does this. His eyes are kind of like sinking in a bit.
Make a strength save, right?
Yep, DC 17.
I do still have Indomitable. Oh, we'll see. I will use Indomitable.
What does that do?
It lets me re-roll a saving throw twice during a long rest.
Oh, cool.
I don't know if the first one I actually re-rolled because I saved, but I'm going to use...
Yeah, if you save it, you just save, you know?
Yeah, so... I can only use this once, though, right now in this action, so... I fail.
You are restrained. You feel the vines wrap around you.
Okay.
Lep cackles as he stands to the side, waiting for Smiler to make the blow.
Mavathor's doing donuts on
Whoa!
on Bitterbreast Spike.
I fucking love it.
He's got his shadows like set up like a little cone course, and he's weaving through them.
Fucking sick. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters. You gotta see this.
Thinking, if I leave now, would anyone notice? I have the adamantine rods. Nothing's stopping me from just going back and finishing this myself.
Yeah.
All right. 5. Smiler moves another 30, and then Faye steps again. The two of you, each creature is... Yeah, the two of you take 7 fire damage, halved for you, Krayley, right?
Yep.
And Smiler attacks you twice with the light blade.
Which she has advantage on because Krayley's restrained.
Krayley's restrained, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Lep is fucking losing it.
So you take a total of 19 damage, Krayley.
I'm down.
Smiler, with the just fire in his eyes, he looks up at you and then gives you like a shove with one of his hands. Lep says, "Move away."
Lep does. Lep moves behind him. Like to the side.
Krayley, make a death save.
All right.
1 success.
Okay.
Lep.
Lep looks towards all of this. And then looks back towards Sylvie. And... oh, how bad is it gonna be? He's gonna be...
the tears running after.
He's gonna be bad. He's going to wild shape once more. But this wild shape is still going to be a giant vulture.
Oh my god.
But it is...
long text.
it is like fully this like black thing with like white eyes and claws and talons, but it looks dangerous. As he does as his action, he's going to fly straight towards Sylvie.
Okay. Yeah, you can close the distance between the two of you.
Yeah, he's just meaning to intercept her and stop her from doing anything.
Sylvie, you see you see Smiler, slash Krayley with his dark blade, and Krayley fall. You watch him push Lep away, and then Lep turns into this big dark vulture and begins to just fly towards you. As you're flying in their direction with your wings, he collides with you. What would you like to do?
Does he actually collide with me? Or
I mean, like, there's no mechanical effect of it, but...
Okay. I'm going to try to dodge. Can I try to dodge?
Yeah, you can, because he used all his action economy, he's just big and he tries to get in your way.
Slide underneath him. And drop to the ground, slide underneath him, and then...
you kind of, maneuver around as he comes toward you, and
then I'm gonna speed back towards Krayley and Smiler. With doing that, would I be able to reach them?
Yeah, I think you were about 60 feet away from them.
Okay.
All the distances are a little muddled at this point, so we're in story mode for some of this, you know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna kind of stand in front of like Smiler and be like, wait, hold on a second. He's not himself right now. I know you're upset. I want to help you. I didn't know he was going to do this, okay? But this can end right now. I will personally go with you and help you kill these people who did harm to you. Okay? Just leave Crayley alone. He's not in the right mind right now.
You can make a persuasion check, but it's going to be a high DC.
Okay.
It's going to be a 25.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
Do you have any resources or anything? Like, do you have a DM inspiration? Do you have a... I guess you're going to have to roll like a 19 at least, right?
Yeah.
Like a natural 19.
You have a mystery potion.
Jeez, wheel. Yes.
Smiler looks up at you and he says, "You guys just don't get it, do you?" And Mavathor, you're up.
All right. Well, he's still confused as to what's going on and why. Aside from the fact that he knows Smiler wanted to kill this guy, and then Crayley did something. Doesn't matter. He'll, he's on the motorcycle, so he'll start to ride over and get a closer look at what's going on.
Doing donuts around the whole scene.
You can see, Smiler standing over Crayley's unconscious body. Sylvie's pleading with Smiler to stop, to de-escalate the situation. You can tell... Well, make an insight check, Smiler. Or, not Smiler, sorry. Mavathor.
Okay.
You can tell that Smiler is going to kill Crayley. There's outside of direct interference.
Well. I just don't think Mava really has the means or, knows enough about the situation to really intervene right now, so, I'll wait to see what happens.
Okay. Smiler looks up at you, Sylvie, just burning rage, and these just fiery golden pupils of his oversized eyes, and he says, "Avernus changes us all." And he drives his sword down into Crayley. He twists the light blade, and
Can Sylvie intercept that? Can she throw herself in front of the blade?
No, Sylvie, no. No, Sylvie, no.
I don't know. Do you have any kind of reaction abilities that might help you do something similar to that?
I don't think so.
You
you have Silvery Barbs, which is it distracts.
Oh, I do have
So maybe you can
silver
try and flavor something like that.
If you wanna silvery barbs, I'll make an attack roll. Technically because he's unconscious, these are automatic critical hits.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, other than that, I don't think I have anything that could count as a reaction.
So I think you could, if your silvery barbs works on the first attack, technically that would give another combat round because his second attack would still hit, but only make him fail 2 death saves. He's got to hit him twice.
Okay.
So you can silvery barbs,
Okay, I'll do that.
and he's just got to fail the saving throw, you know? So let's see, what is it?
You see... Alright.
What's the ability?
The triggering creature must re-roll the d20 and use a lower roll.
Oh, yeah. But he still makes a saving throw, right?
No,
Oh,
it's
gotcha.
automatic.
Oh. Rerolls.
We had the same talk with the Dolos.
Oh, okay, yeah. He rerolls and he still hits him. Yeah. So currently, Smiler drives the blade into you and twists it, ending your life. And we will take a short 5-minute break here.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Clearly, as a player, I'm so sorry.
Don't go.
No apologies needed.
Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in 5.
Yeah, I just gotta pee. Real
BRB.
bad.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
No apologies.